see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Yeah, I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you?
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Too low,
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Underfront.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Under 10, under 10.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
And it's caught. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try to field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you've got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He gets it in the hands of Geis. Call it a pickup of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Blue down. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm trying to collect. Mike,
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And that's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Cousins now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Good route here. Mike, check. 59. Two. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook following the penalty. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line. First down, here's Cousins. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Back to the ground, Cook. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Cousins to throw it. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, no, easy. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second down and goal. Cousins escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now third and goal.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hey. Mike 56. Mike 56. Listen to me. Push him back.
Working out of the gun. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes our score 17-0.
Redskins nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check three.
Here we go, the first carry for the former Viking Peterson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Pick it up.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a run with Geis. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 5.
Third down. Here's Haskins. He wants it all for the end zone. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, Mike, 53. Rabbit.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Throwing is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Come on, fellas.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well, as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go, baby.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That one good for 24 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Cousins. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Watch out. 2-6.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down, and that's complete. It's Sims. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
To number 15. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
65, 65, 65.
Now Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Able to find his running back, Geis. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Oh, here we go. Oh, put up.
On first down, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1, and, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And he locates Walker, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 18.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check high. Check 53. Throw. Hey, let's get some pass. Where's your hot?
They run again on first down. Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down.
Hey, check 24. 50. Check nickel. Pilot, 64, weak. Kill. Wait, you hot. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Lucky 48. Wait, that.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
That's your high. 180. Number 53. Quaker Omaha. Ringo. Wait, that.
On first down, it's Cook.
He's coming.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Shift. Line.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Blue draw Corker.
Now Cook. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Check safety. Check 52.
Now a run with Cook. Fights through and now a crease. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I know you felt that
one. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They come out here in the eye.
Lid 50. First. Slam.
Again, it's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Bailey's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line. The fullback comes through with a big play there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
We got a plane to catch.
24-yard line.
Check right. Ready. Check 53, Mike. Check right, check right.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of